Let me paint you a picture. It is 10 a.m. The kids are arguing over snacks for the 10th time already today. Your inbox is overflowing with client questions, new lead inquiries, and interview requests, and your plan to record your next podcast episode during nap time has gone out the window. If this sounds familiar, welcome to summer business mode. It really is just different during summer break. And that's why today I'm showing you how to make time for your business in the background this season without losing momentum or dropping the ball on anything on your to-do list. I'm Laura Davis, a time management strategist for working moms, and I help you balance your full-time career with a thriving side business, all while being a present in the moment mom. Now, before we dive into this week's episode, head over to thelauraddavis.com/networking to sign up for my free virtual networking event that is happening this Friday, June 13th. I teamed up with my good friend and accountability coach, Amanda McKenney, to give you the chance to expand your network as we kick off summer break. Plus, we're both going to share a couple of our favorite planning tips as business owners who want to keep the momentum going through summer without missing out on pool parties or beach days. So again, grab your spot at thelauraddavis.com/networking. All right, let's dive into this week's episode. I want to be real for a minute. Summer is not the time for overcomplicated weekly planning, big business launches, or 47-step nurture funnels. This season calls for simplicity and a heavy focus on fun. I truly believe that you can have an amazing core memory filled summer and accomplish meaningful success in your business. And that's where what I like to call business in the background comes in. It's not about shrinking your goals. It's about being intentional with the time and energy that you do have. Business in the background means letting go of the pressure to be on all the time and instead asking, what is the minimum, most effective effort that keeps things moving in my business and gives me the bandwidth to add in more fun? And here's what that can look like. First, plan lightly. 1 to 2 needle moving priorities per day in your business. Think emailing your lead list or your email list, recording a reel and posting it, having a virtual coffee chat with a new connection, or even recording your next podcast episode. We talked about this concept a lot in episode 41, so go check that out for even more ideas on how to apply that concept to not only your business area of life, but to every area of your life. Number 2 is to batch what you can. So set aside a couple of blocks of 1 to 2 hours and knock out weeks worth of content. For me personally, I took a 2-hour block of time over Memorial Day weekend and scripted out all of my episodes through the end of July. Then I recorded those episodes 2 to 3 at a time over the following 2 weeks. Now, we're moving on June 20th, so I know that I need to have content batched, prepped, and scheduled in order to give me the space to declutter my house, prepare for the packers, move, and actually unpack at the new house, which is really fun and exciting, plus all of the other things that you have to do when you buy and sell a house. I wanted to be able to do this while still expanding my network through speaking engagements, connecting with women who are interested in Time Management Academy, and serving my VIP planning day clients really, really well. So a third thing is to automate what you can. Now, there are so many things in business that you can automate, and this is really going to look different for everyone, for all different types of business owners. But here are a couple of my favorite things to automate inside of my business. The first thing is email sequences. Welcome emails for new clients, nurture sequences for new email subscribers, meeting reminders, sales sequences if you are doing like a Christmas in July sale. In the marketing world, email is still truly king. So automating your emails over the summer allows you to focus on having fun while your clients, prospects, and your network continue to hear from you. And yes, Yes, I know. This does require a time investment up front, but it's worth it when you get to have a water balloon fight with your kids in your backyard on a Wednesday afternoon instead of trying to send out your weekly newsletter that you forgot about until the last minute, right? So that time investment up front is worth it. The second automation I love is templates. So things like social media post templates in Canva, email templates in your email marketing platform, blog templates on your website, things like that. If you actually look at my social media content or even my emails, you will see that I use a template for every type of post or email that I send. This way, I'm not using valuable time trying to create something completely new each time. Plus, you may not have even noticed that I was repurposing design templates until just now when I told you, which proves that it doesn't do any harm to your social media algorithm, but it can save you so much time and creative energy. Now, another thing that you can automate is content scheduling. This is something that I go in depth on with my clients inside of Time Management Academy cohorts because I have an entire training just on time management for business owners. But here are a couple of ways that I automate content scheduling. I use a tool called Metricool. I am not affiliated with them in any way. It is a learning curve to get used to Metricool, but I have found that it is super useful. And I use them to schedule out all of my social media content that I create based on each week's YouTube channel or YouTube video, just like this one. So I want to be super honest here. I actually fought this concept for a very long time. It is a pain in my ass to create content in Canva, download it, then re-upload it into Metricool to post. It is a pain in my ass and I hate it. But the moment that sold me on making this upfront time investment is that when my corporate job gets crazy during the week and I'm in back to back to back meetings, or I have last minute high priority projects added to my workload that I have to do, I know that my content is still being posted to help nurture my audience because it's all pre-scheduled. I don't have to worry about finding 20 minutes every single day to create and post something. It's all taken care of for me because I took an hour every Sunday to design and schedule those posts. Social media went from consuming about 80% of my time to truly only being about 20% of my time. I hate saying the term game changer, but really scheduling my social media has really truly changed the game for me. And I know it's going to be a critical piece of my business for this summer. I should also note here that I use ChatGPT to help me with creating my content. So I write all of my YouTube episodes. I create the scripts, I write the scripts. I then put that script into a ChatGPT that I have personally trained for my tone, my audience, my business, and the types of posts that I want to post. And so I can put it into that ChatGPT and I can say, hey, help me use this episode script to plan out my content for the next week or for the week of that episode. And that has really saved me so much time. I can now plan my content so writing an episode will usually take me about 45 minutes. I'll say 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how the creative juices are going. Then doing ChatGPT with scheduling my content I have timed it, an average of 37 minutes. So really not that long. And then creating the assets inside of Canva and getting them scheduled is about an hour. Now, I have a very regimented social media content schedule. So I'm sure with even more practice that will become less time. And it sounds like a lot, but it's not nearly as much as it used to be. And quite frankly, as business owners, we are content creators at this point. All right. Number 4 is to focus on parts of your business that don't involve large time commitments. So you've heard me talk about this in the last 2 episodes, episode 41 and 42. But my focus for Time Management Academy this summer is networking and connections. This is my theme because it doesn't require a huge time investment for me over the summer, but it is still a needle moving effort for my business. Now, this could be a great theme for you if you want to keep momentum going in your business, but you also want to focus on having fun this summer. So notice that I didn't say I'm not doing a big sale in July. I'm not doing Christmas in July. I know a lot of people who are. I personally am not. I'm not launching anything this summer. I'm not rebuilding anything this summer. I am truly focused on networking and making connections with people instead of creating anything new. So I want to say this to you very clearly. You are allowed to do less. You are allowed to slow down. Growth does not always have to look like hustle, unlike what some of the marketing and productivity bros tell you on TikTok. Growth can look like sustainability, right? And honestly, some of my biggest business clarity moments have come from when I have intentionally stepped back and simplified and added in more fun, more connection with my friends and family and with business friends as well. Now, if this approach is speaking to you, I want to invite you to a totally free virtual networking event that I am co-hosting with my dear friend Amanda McKenney this Friday on June 13th. It is designed for this kind of season. Me and Amanda will be sharing doable tips to keep your business running during the summer without burning out, and you'll be able to expand your network and collaborate with other amazing women in business. We'll have breakout rooms, themed conversations, and real talk about being a CEO in the summer chaos. It is going to be the reset and the refresh that you really need to build that momentum for the summer. You can register for this free virtual networking event at theloradavis.com/networking, and I will see you there. I will also see you in the next episode.